I'm Camelia and you're watching KiniNews. The UMNO General Assembly may have ended last week. However, the decision to not contest the top 2 posts in UMNO is still being discussed. The latest to comment on the issue is Nur Jazlan, who hit out at those criticizing the decision.
Johor Umno Deputy Chief Nur Jazlan Mohamed has taken a swipe at UMNO Vice President Ismail Sabri Yaakob. This was over his comments on a motion passed at the UMNO General Assembly last week for the top 2 party positions to be uncontested. In a statement today, Nur Jazlan claimed that Ismail Sabri stood up to support the motion when voting was carried out, but once out of the hall, he held a press conference to dispute it. He said if Ismail did not agree, he shouldn't have stood up and should have just sat down quietly. On Saturday, Ismail Sabri had said that the legitimacy of UMNO's move to leave the top 2 positions in the party uncontested could be referred to the Registrar of Societies. Asked if he would take the matter to the ROS or send a notice of objection, Ismail Sabri said he would not, explaining he was merely explaining the different views on the decision. Meanwhile, Nur Jazlan also chided Simpang Renggam MP Hasni Mohammad for speaking about the issue without any prior discussions. He said all this while Hasni took a silent approach and did not say anything about contests for the President and Deputy President's posts. However, he said Hasni decided to speak out after the General Assembly. Last Sunday, Hasni said it would be unreasonable to prevent any UMNO members from contesting the President or Deputy President's post, and that the method used to raise the no contest motion was a breach of the party's constitution.
Chocolates. This was the code name for bribes allegedly given to Lim Guan Eng in the Penang undersea tunnel case. However, the court heard yesterday that the bribe was given to another party and not to Guan Eng.
The Kuala Lumpur Sessions Court was told yesterday that 2 million ringgit in bribes allegedly given to Lim Guan Eng was actually paid to another party. The bribes, codenamed Chocolate, was brought up during Lim's corruption case trial linked to the construction of an undersea tunnel and a major road construction project in Penang worth 6.3 billion ringgit. Lawyer Gobind Singh Dio, who represented Lim, said 2 prosecution witnesses, Azli Adam and Ibrahim Sahari, who testified in the fraud case involving businessman G. Nanaraja at the Shah Alam Sessions Court, confirmed the money was given to other people. Gobind said that Azli and Ibrahim, who were the 28th and 29th prosecution witnesses respectively, had testified that the 2 million was given to Lim in the trial of the case in this court. However, he said, when the 2 testified at the Shah Alam court, they both confirmed the money was given to someone else. He then called on the court to play 2 video clips regarding the testimony given by Azli and Ibrahim in the Shah Alam court, saying that it was to find out the lies they told this court. However, the request to play the video was objected to by Deputy Public Prosecutor Wan Shaharuddin Wan Ladin on the grounds that the video was not relevant to the current questioning of the 8th prosecution witness, MACC Investigating Officer Wan Muhammad Firdaus Wan Yusof. Gobind then asked the witness to submit a copy of the WhatsApp conversation between Consortium Zenith Construction Sendiran Berhad Director Zarul Ahmad Muhammad Zulkifli and Nana Raja on August 17, 2017, which is believed to contain proof that the 2 million ringgit chocolate was not for Lim but for another party. Lim's case continues today, and the court has ordered the witness to submit a copy of the WhatsApp conversation when the trial resumes.
The case continued today, and Gobind has revealed that the bribes were allegedly given to the Prime Minister in 2017. However, he did not say in court which former Prime Minister it was.
Lim Guan Eng's legal team has claimed that 2 million ringgit in bribes labeled as chocolates were actually for the Prime Minister back in 2017 and not for Lim. Lim's counsel, Gobind Singh Dio, made the claim today during the trial of the corruption case against the former Penang Chief Minister linked to the state's 6.3 billion ringgit undersea tunnel project. Gobind made the allegation while cross-examining the 8th prosecution witness, MACC Investigating Officer Wan Muhammad Firdaus Wan Yusof, about a forensic report allegedly containing the WhatsApp conversation dated July 23, 2017. The alleged conversation was purportedly between two other prosecution witnesses in the case, namely Consortium Zenith Construction Sendirian Berhad, Senior Executive Director Zarul Ahmad Muhammad Zulkifli, and businessperson G. Nanaraja. When Gobin asked whose birthday it was on July 23, 2017, Wan Muhammad Firdaus said he did not know, to which the defense lawyer claimed it was the birthday of the Prime Minister that year. Then Gobin referred to portions of the alleged conversation about Taman Duta, Big Boss, and Good Birthday cutting cake, and said that his client was not born on that date and doesn't live at Taman Duta. However, Gobin did not say in court which former Prime Minister it was. He then told the court that this showed the prosecution is suppressing evidence, claiming the charges against Lim were trumped up and that they had nothing against his client. Yesterday, Bernama reported Gobin claiming that 2 million ringgit in bribes, codenamed chocolate, allegedly given to Lim was actually paid to another party. The trial resumes on February 15th.
Moving on to the federal court, Najib Abdul Razak will have a second attempt before the apex court tomorrow to quash his guilty verdict, as well as sentence and fine in the SRC international corruption case.
The federal court will hear former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak's review against his guilty verdict, as well as the 12-year jail sentence and 210 million ringgit fine in the SRC international corruption case tomorrow. Najib is seeking a different apex court quorum than the one led by Chief Justice Tengku Maimun Tuan Mat, who, on August 23rd last year, dismissed his appeal to overturn the conviction, jail sentence and fine. Currently incarcerated at Kajang Prison, Najib is also currently pursuing other avenues outside the judiciary, namely a petition for royal pardon as well as a petition before the United Nations. According to a copy of the notice of motion, the Pekan MP is also appealing against the apex court's decision to dismiss his 3 interlocutory applications. One is Najib's application to recuse trial judge Muhammad Nazlan Muhammad Ghazali from the SRC international case and nullify the whole trial. Second is his bid to adjourn the apex court hearing of his appeal to allow his legal team to prepare for the case. And thirdly, his application to recuse Tengku Maimun from the appeal. Besides an acquittal, Najib may also get a rehearing of his SRC appeal before a different apex panel if his review is allowed.
Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has ordered his cabinet members to go through the 2021 Auditor General's report with their respective ministries and act on its recommendations.
Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim has told his cabinet members to take seriously and scrutinize all remarks made in the Auditor General's Report 2021 on the expenses, leakages, and matters of non-compliance with conditions and regulations involving their respective ministries. Speaking to reporters this afternoon, Anwar said he wanted the ministers to ensure all issues highlighted in the report would not be repeated, especially when involving leakages of public funds.
Ini disebut teliti dan saya percaya mereka akan umumkan pada waktu yang sesuai dan akan dibentangkan di sidang parlimen yang akan datang. Tapi untuk kali ini saya telah minta supaya Jemaah Menteri melihat secara serius teguran-teguran ini supaya tidak berulang, kerana laporan Ketua Audit Negara ini kadang-kadang memberikan syur-syur tetapi kesilapan atau keterlanjuran yang sama itu diteruskan untuk tahun demi tahun.
Anwar said the government will not reveal the contents of the report at this juncture as they are giving the opportunity to the agencies involved to respond to the findings by the Auditor General's Department.
Dewan Rakyat Speaker Johari Abdul has responded to criticism of his ruling that the 4 Sabah MPs would be able to keep the seats they won in GE15. He said his decision is final.
The decision that 4 former Bersatu members need not vacate the seats they won on Gabungan Rakyat Sabah tickets in the 15th general election is final. Johari told Bernama that he had given all the justifications and reasoning for his decision in a letter dated January 16th, which he sent to Bersatu. He added that it was up to Bersatu if they wanted to refer the matter to the courts, as they had a right to do so. Yesterday, Bersatu President Muhyiddin Yassin said the party would refer the matter to court, as Johari had made a mistake in ruling that the 4 MPs did not breach the anti-party hopping law and thus did not have to vacate their seats. Muhyiddin said Johari's decision was based on his interpretation of Clause 10.2.3 of the Bersatu Constitution. The clause states that a person's membership in Bersatu is terminated immediately upon an announcement of departure from the party or from the act of joining other political parties. Muhyiddin said that in the January 16 letter, Johari had reasoned that going by this clause, the 4 MPs had become direct members of GRS on October 27, 2022 and had been automatically stripped of their Bersatu membership then, before contesting in GE15 on November 19, 2022. However, he said the clause did not apply to the 4 because Bersatu was a founding member of GRS. Therefore, he said GRS cannot be defined as a other political party. The issue on the status of the 4 MPs arose after former Sabah Bersatu chief Hajiji Noor announced on December 10 that Sabah Bersatu leaders had unanimously decided to leave the party but would remain under GRS.
Negeri Sembilan MB Aminuddin Harun wants the head of governments for the 6 states holding their elections this year to discuss suitable dates for the elections so that there is no overlap.
The Menteri Besar and Chief Minister of 6 states that will be holding elections this year should meet to discuss suitable dates to dissolve their respective legislative assemblies, said Negeri Sembilan Menteri Besar Aminuddin Harun. In this regard, Aminuddin said he, together with Selangor Menteri Besar Amiruddin Syari and Penang Chief Minister Chow Kon Yeow, are in talks to meet with the Menteris Besar of Kedah, Kelantan and Terengganu on the matter. He added that they would then inform and discuss with the Election Commission on the suitable dates to hold the elections so that there is no overlap. Aminuddin also agreed with Chow that June will be the best time to hold the state elections. He said this will also give other parties the opportunity to prepare and hold their election campaigns. On Monday, Aminuddin had said that the Negeri Sembilan Legislative Assembly is expected to be dissolved in May to pave the way for the state polls to be held in June or July. He said this was based on unofficial discussions with the MB and CM of the 6 states involved.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Kimilia. Thanks for watching.